Round 2.
Alright. I ain't want to do this to you, bro. I'm not trying to be your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, but I'm getting these hoes back in line. I'm your favorite rapper's chiropractor. I'm crushing my competition. You know, a trash compactor. These niggas can't see me slashing through these hoes. Velociraptor. I'm the X Factor.
P.O.P. Hold it down.
Coming up straight.
And we're back with another episode of this Hold It Down podcast. I'll be your host over here, Quan the Don. You know what I'm saying? Wonton Quan, Obey, all these other weird ass nicknames this nigga over here be making. Here with my co-host, Brown Shirt Man.
It's your man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again, right here with the Hold Down podcast. You know, still in the kitchen, still doing it big. Shout out to us. Finally hit 100 subscribers, you know.
We out here.
Big things.
You know what I mean? Triple digits, my nigga. Put some respect on our names, nigga.
Exactly. It's very difficult.
You know what I'm saying? Took a long time to get here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Mad long to get 100 subscribers, nigga. It was we at this rate. So what? We average maybe one subscriber every 4 days, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Surprisingly, like the first 50 was the hardest. Then after that, they just started rolling in for some reason. Like it would be multiple in a week. And I was like, I don't know what's different, but okay.
When you got the juice, you know what I'm saying? You got the juice. You feel me? We out here.
You're not lying.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Pot a Lot Records, you know what I'm saying? Dead in Hip Hop. We out here doing what we do. If you don't know about the show, this is your first time coming around, we'd like you to like, comment, and subscribe, because I always forget to say like, comment, and subscribe. So I'm going to say like, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. All right? As a matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, my name from this point on is like, comment, and subscribe. So please do that. As a matter of fact, I'll give you some time to do it right now. Now you on the other side. It's over here.
I think I said your name was Quan Wick.
No, nigga, it's like, comment, and subscribe, nigga.
Oh.
You feel me? If gunplay can be Don Logan, also I can be like, comment, and subscribe. You know what the funny thing is? I'm surprised somebody hasn't like tried to either legally change their name to that or give themselves that kind of nickname, just as like, you know, as a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting. Even if the shit flopped, that would just be an interesting like ploy to try to go for. But, you know, so this is the Hold Down podcast where we talk about battle rap, you know what I'm saying? We review battle raps and also battle rap culture from time to time. We may review some albums from time to time. And also my favorite segment is where we talk about, you know, industry news and whatnot, hip hop news, things going on in the culture and whatnot. The mic fucking up again?
Yeah.
It's always what happens.
You good now.
All right. So hopefully y'all heard me, but this is the Hold Down podcast where we talk about battle rap culture, sometimes battle rap albums, and we talk about hip hop news and shenanigans. I hope my mic is not fucking up again, but you know. So we out here, and I believe I got like 3 news topics that we can talk about. I don't know if Bloodbath got any. You know what I'm saying? It's been a slow news week. I ain't gonna lie. On this platform, we try not to have our shit just be full of bullshit all the time, and unfortunately, as lovers of the hip hop culture, we have an overabundance of bullshit sometimes.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's hard to like actually have some substance or some diversity in our topics. But, you know, we try where we can. So let's start out positive. You know what I mean?
Do it to him.
We're going to start out with Lil Baby donates free supplies to Atlanta kids at back to school giveaway. You know what I'm saying? On Sunday, August 7th, the 4PF boss took over the West End Mall for his annual Back to School Fest, where he treated 3,000 local children to music, games, carnival rides, food, backpacks, school supplies, and haircuts. We always appreciate that over here. You know what I'm saying? We love rappers giving back. And I'm also being made aware today that he actually does this yearly, right?
He does all the time. He actually stays giving back to Atlanta. But like I saw something like a week ago that he paid for everybody to come to Club Live because that's what he was gonna be. Like he paid for all his fans to be able to get in and see him when he was in there. But
Real nigga shit.
the thing that's even funnier about this is that he's from Atlanta if he did this at the West End Mall. But people have never been to Atlanta or never been to the West End
Very
Mall.
Atlanta.
There's no other reason to go unless Lil Baby's gonna be there.
Yeah, the West End Mall is not one of the popping malls at all.
It's not good. Okay?
You only go to the mall if you don't have a ride and you have to walk, but you feel like going to the mall and you in the hood already.
The West End Mall is the best thing they got in there. That's like
Fights. That's the best thing they got.
That's where
And
one
pistols.
of the most popular American delis is. The one that people take all the pictures at and talk about is that one.
Which is wild because American Deli is one of the most average. I mean, well, I'll say in the spectrum of Atlanta, it's one of the most average places.
It's
to eat.
average as fuck, and
Yeah.
they're everywhere,
Yeah,
and they're all the same. It's
Like-
just funny that people act like that's the best one.
that's what gets me is they're really all the same. I couldn't even understand if like people like American Deli if they're not from here because as people that come, being from New York and Florida, I was thrown off and I was like, oh, they have one place where I can get a gyro, which for some of y'all is a gyro. I can get a gyro. I can get a burger. I can get chicken wings. I can get First of all, they be having hella flavors and shit. All that in one place. Sometimes you can't get that. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Florida, I know I can only get wings from Wingstop and Buffalo Wild Wings. If it ain't from that, it's gonna be oven roasted wings. And who wants that shit? You know what I'm saying? So it was amazing then, but then when you actually live out here, you're like, okay, American Deli is cool, but then you realize, oh, the Chinese spot sells wings too. Oh, this random store over here sells wings too. Like wings are in abundance.
Yeah, Atlanta is a wing city.
Like a motherfucker.
That's Atlanta's thing. It's
Like-
wings.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
anyway, yeah, shout out to
Lil
Lil Baby. This is really dope. Especially again at the West End Mall. It's the only time we need to go there is
Yeah.
if Lil Baby gonna be there.
Yeah.
Don't be over there. Okay, it's not a good spot to be at.
Man, shit. Even if Lil Baby over there, unless you have some business with Lil Baby or you really love you some Lil Baby, you may not need to go either. You know what I'm saying? Because some shit might happen to you over there.
Yeah.
It ain't really the best one. I mean, shoot. Go ahead, pop through, see Lil Baby, go get you some Popeyes, because it's right next to the Planet Fitness.
It's
And they
right
get
next to a Planet Fitness across the street from a Popeyes.
Yeah,
And it's across the street from an Athlete's Foot.
yeah. Which I've seen niggas packed out of that place on
The
a
Athlete's
Saturday
Foot?
trying to
Yeah.
get some sneakers
Yep.
and whatnot. You know what I mean? But and I think there's a Mango's Jamaican restaurant around there that I liked a little bit. Pretty dope.
That spot changes regularly.
Really.
Yeah, because I used to live right over there, like right around the corner, like in walking distance of the mall. So that spot has changed
Mhm.
like 4 or 5 times in a couple years. And I'm not exaggerating. I've seen that spot change from a Caribbean restaurant to a burger restaurant to like a Chinese restaurant. It changes
They just-
very often.
They
So
selling hella food up in there.
for right now, it's a Mango's. Pretty
Yeah.
sure that's gonna fail. Something else gonna get put there because it's a good spot.
Yeah.
It's right there on the intersection of Abernathy. It's a good spot,
Yeah.
right? And it's right down the street from Peaches, which is another strip club.
And Pete, the strip clubs be in abundance out here, man. We personally live in between like 2 of them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and it's right next to a Krispy Kreme.
So you can get a donut while you're looking at some ass. You know what I'm saying? You can get a donut while you're looking at those nuts. You feel me?
Okay.
It sounded so much better in my head. It sounded so much better in my head.
I wanted
It
I wanted
sounded
it to work.
so much better in my head.
I wanted it to work so bad.
The problem is the mental image of it.
It just
worked,
didn't.
but trying to translate it to words, at least the way I tried to do it, did not work.
I'm just trying to figure out who's nuts. Who?
I fumbled the ball, man.
Yeah, nigga. Come on.
It would have been better if it was honey buns, then it would have worked.
Yeah,
I
that
feel
would have
like
been so much better.
I had the mental image of a donut and how donuts could look like some sweaty thighs or whatever, some glazed looking thighs, but
That's very possible.
when you try to put it in words, it ain't the same, my nigga.
No,
So
it's-
I definitely fumbled that. But yeah, shout out to Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying, and Krispy Kreme, because Krispy Kreme will never leave the streets, nigga. Next, This one I'll tackle on my own. Bobby Shmurda vows to never make drill music. I quote, "I won't ever be a minion." I'm pretty sure that's probably saying that, like, you know, people just assumed that he was gonna come out and make drill music, which I ain't gonna lie, I assumed too, because his partner Roddy Rebel went right into that bag. You know what I'm saying? And Roddy Rebel's album I've dove into a little bit. I'm digging it, liking it, you know what I'm saying, liking the direction, liking the beats, liking the raps. You know what I'm saying? It's nice because we realize these are artists that we've been familiar with for maybe 8 years at this point, but they've really never dropped a proper release. Like, Bobby Shmurda only released a 5-song EP, which, as a personal fan, for one thing, it didn't have computers on there because that's Roddy Rebel's song, which is one of his other songs that isn't Hot Nigga. It had Hot Nigga on there, it had Bobby Bitch, and then the other 3 I wasn't really a big fan of.
And this is my first time learning that computers wasn't his song.
Yeah, but yeah, Computers is a Roddy Rebel song. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people like Rebel with Roddy Rebel. That's why people love Roddy Rebel and Bobby Shmurda instead of just Bobby Shmurda. You know what I'm saying?
People fuck with Rebel.
Yeah, for sure. So, with him coming out and everybody having stuff to say about the way he dances, and, you know, God forbid a black man be like, "Oh snap, I'm out of jail. I actually really escaped the life of crime. I want to be happy and not just, you know, try to prove to the world how tough I am, even though, nigga, I'm tough in real life." Like, I'm gonna say this right here. I'm probably not gonna be a fan of his music, keeping it real, but I'm just glad to see a Brooklyn nigga that really came from the streets, you know what I'm saying, staying away from the streets and not trying to go back to jail and not trying to get in beef and not trying to prove that he's tough to his ops and shit. Like, just live life. You know what I mean? His new song Hoochie But Daddy is more like, you know, that really fast 2 Live Crew sounding shit, you know what I'm saying? That 2 Rare sounding shit. And that's really what he's on. And I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I may not listen to it like that. He may catch one here and there, because I ain't gonna lie, the Shmoney song he got with Quavo, I fuck with that song. But anything that keeps a nigga out of jail, I don't care. He could make if he made a whole drill album and that shit sent him back to jail, it's kind of productive. You know what I mean? So go get your money and get out the game. You feel me? So I'm not mad at it. Plus, no disrespect, I love Bobby Shmurda, but it was very much known he wasn't the best rapper anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, he very much got away with verses, because, like, shit, even that, I knew it was real when he first came out and he dropped a 6-minute freestyle, and I was like, I can't recall a word this nigga's saying. That shit was fucking crazy. That shit was crazy. I was like, yeah, this might not. But, you know, he's still living life, though. He's still doing well, so that's really what matters. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if the music flops. I don't care if it's terrible. It's a black man living his life out here. You know what I'm saying? Got a second chance, escape jail. You know what I'm saying? So live long and prosper. For real, for real. Besides, he got plenty of his other, I don't want to say gang members, but plenty of his niggas that'll do plenty of drill music and plenty of aggressive music that I like anyway. So it's all good. And finally, Beyonce. Beyonce's Renaissance tops Billboard 200 with biggest female debut of 2022. You know what I'm saying? Apparently she had the biggest comeback of 2022. Yo, Soulja Boy, yo, where you at? It's Crickets, where you at? You know what I'm saying? We need you to have a comeback. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. Charleston White out here talking crazy, talking about he tased you in the crib. This gotta be addressed.
Charleston White been wild on Soulja Boy.
Yo, he been wilding on everybody, and
he has been. But Soulja Boy the one to make it the funniest, because everybody else already know what this nigga about, so they just ignore him. They like, it's kind of like 6ix9ine all over again. Where you hear 6ix9ine talking shit, you like, all right, bro, I ain't gonna do nothing to get in trouble for even beefing with this. It's ridiculous. Nigga. Charleston White, I don't know why Soulja Boy did this to himself.
Listen,
he gonna tell on you. He tells everybody, yes. I'm gonna tell on you.
That nigga records himself telling on regular niggas. You know what I'm saying? So no, of course he gonna tell on you, bro. Like any nigga that talks shit. First of all, we ain't even gonna talk about some of the shit that's not funny. Like him talking shit about King Von, that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? But like any nigga that talks about fucking that talks about one of these niggas talking shit about him and then freaking let out a fart, it was like, ooh, I get excited talking about that boy. Nigga, I don't want no problems with that nigga. I leave that nigga alone, my nigga. Like, but yeah, for him to tase your whole crew, that just sounds fucking funny, right? That shit just sounds funny. Yeah, like, yo, Soulja Boy, any bit of advice? Leave that nigga alone, bro.
Leave that nigga alone.
Leave that nigga alone. That's the one.
This is not the time to show you how tough you are or have pride. Yeah. Let this shit Go.
That's the one nigga that's gonna out Soldier Boy you. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually it's the Soldier Boy that'll have all the antics and be on the fuck bow wow. You know what I'm saying? Usually he'll be the one that's an expert at that. You know what I'm saying? Ask Ice-T. That nigga, I randomly watched the Thug Different episode, the Fall of Thug Different yesterday. And I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, that video of him dissing, there's two people. Him dissing Ice-T and him dissing Charles Hamilton was him in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, even young Soldier Boy, he definitely had the tendency to sound dumb from time to time, even though he was a young nigga making money. He made, in the spectrum of hip-hop, he would sound dumb. But when it came to Ice-T, that nigga had his facts. He was right. Like, he made Ice-T sound stupid as fuck. He was like, nigga, I'm 16 years old. You 50 years old. How you gonna tell a 16-year-old nigga to eat a dick? I'm out here trying to feed my family. Like, nigga, my brother's 11 years old. You know he looks up to me. You gonna tell his idol to eat a dick? Like, it's like, yo, he was on point. Even with Charles Hamilton, he was like, hey, nigga, I mean, shit, you tried the Sonic shit, it didn't work. Maybe you need to go to Mario. You know what I'm saying? Try a mushroom. Booga, booga, booga. Like, yo, it be sometimes when Soulja Boy be on point when he talking shit about niggas, bro.
Oh, he really do be.
He be on short. He be on point.
And that's why, like, Soulja Boy, he always in some shit, but you have to watch and see what he gonna do. Because it's hilarious, bro. Soulja Boy one of the funniest characters on the internet.
Bro, nigga, first nigga with a purple gun. First rapper with a purple gun, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Came through with the Draco and whatnot. I ain't gonna lie. I'll say he was the first rapper to put me onto the Draco. I didn't even know. I didn't know if the Draco always existed or if it was a new gun. I just know when he started beefing with the Migos, he put the Draco up, and the Draco has not left the culture since.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And it made it even cooler because he was like, niggas was like, so why do you call yourself Draco? Draco. He's like, what? That's my name. My middle name is, I forgot what his first name is, but he's like, my middle name is Dre. My last name is Cortez. Dreco. Dre Co. And I was like, oh shit. Like, even though that's definitely.
His first name is DeAndre.
DeAndre. Yeah, DeAndre Wayne. Yeah. But yeah, it was like, I think it's DeAndre. Yeah. So he's like, I'm just taking a piece of my name and putting it together, and it's Draco. I'm like, that's kind of fire. I wasn't mad at that at all. But back to Beyonce. That's where we're starting at. I wonder what a Beyonce and Soulja Boy song would sound like. But,
didn't she already sample Soulja Boy? So I mean, close enough.
I mean, when she tried to sample Khalees, you see how that went.
That's different.
What's funny is I feel like I saw somebody else try to sample Khalees, and Khalees ain't had no smoke for her. But you know,
it's because Khalees, it seems like she just don't like Beyonce.
I feel like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I remember when she was talking, I saw part of the video where she was talking shit about the whole thing and talking shit about Beyonce and Pharrell. And she was mad that Pharrell has writing credits on her song Milkshake when he didn't write a word. And I'm like, I could be wrong. Fact check. I'm down for any fact checks, please. But I feel like I've been told that as a producer, you get a songwriting credit. They just don't name it producers, but in the world of BMI and the royalties, and when the things get broken down into splits, you're labeled a composer and a songwriter. Like even me, I'm uploading shit to DistroKid. I'm uploading beats to DistroKid. They say, are you the composer and the songwriter? So if it's just a beat, you're both. So I understand her logically being like, he didn't write a damn word. Why is he under here as a songwriter? Because he produced it. And as a producer, you are still considered a songwriter. I think I even see it on some of the people that I follow that you know just drop gems, music business gems for people that don't know. If you're a producer, you're still considered a songwriter unless you sign that shit away. So it also leads me to believe she just didn't learn her business, possibly. And I understand you make a hit and you're getting the least from it, you're gonna be frustrated. I understand that, but you also can't be mad at somebody else who employed you or signed you and you don't know your business. Obviously, they're gonna know it more than you. And what are they supposed to do if you sign your contract and the shit's in there, you didn't read it? Like what? You signed up for this, basically. Literally and figuratively, you signed up for this. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a problem with that, I feel like you could talk to that man, or you could be like, oh, it was in the contract. I guess I fucked up. Can we renegotiate? Can we this? Can we that? Or I just know not to do that again for my future endeavors. You know what I mean? it's one of the things I have to hold on because I still got people I'm considering signing with, but I'm just like, I want to make sure I know what the contract is saying. So if shit like this happens, if I catch a hit and it makes $1 million, but I only see $500,000, I'm like, okay, did I sign up for this? Was I, which all, but I digress. Because I don't even know if Khalees would have a career without Pharrell because he was even around for the first one that that I hate you so much right now. So it's like, give that nigga the songwriting credit, my nigga. That nigga provides you with some fire ass beats. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the biggest female debut of 2022. Honestly, I can't really think of who else has really released that was big this year.
Mm-hmm.
We had Lotto, but this was her first year, so like it's not really often that we have. Even when we have women that are really big artists, we don't really have like first year. I think the last one to do that was really Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Where they
Adele
had
was last year.
He's up.
Adele was last year.
Adele, okay, yeah. So hey, let's say what we in August. Let's hope Adele don't touch the streets because I ain't gonna lie with it.
Adele not gonna give us 2 albums back to back.
Hey, she just might.
Nah, she ain't gonna do that.
If she was more petty, she might. She comes off like a very actually genuinely nice person, so she probably wouldn't. But if she was a little petty, she'd be like, "Oh, excuse me, what? You know what? EP. I got 5 songs just sitting, nigga. The last one was Hello. This one's Goodbye. You know what I mean? Out of here. But yeah, so according to Billboard, the project earned 300,032 album equivalent sale units in its first week. Niggas don't do numbers like that no more.
Nah.
190 of that figure came from pure sales. Niggas don't sell pure sales no more. While the remainder came from 179.06 million on-demand streams. Good numbers right there. But it's Beyonce. You feel me? Renaissance boosts the biggest debut by any female artist in 2022 and has the year's second largest sales behind Harry Styles' Harry House, which tallied 521 first week's units in May. We really be removed from these white people.
Absolutely.
Because I did not know that I knew Harry Styles was like prominent, but I just knew him from dressing feminine and people championing that, which is cool, dress how you want to. But I did not know that nigga did $500,000 the first week.
I didn't know he still made music. I just know him put out.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that man.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I'm more supportive of that than Post Malone doing that shit because I still be very confused. Because Post Malone's music is good, but it's like because I remember I think one time we talked. What
did Post Malone do? Did you don't like
400,000?
Oh, you're talking about his numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I just be so baffled by that because I'm like, okay, we looking at Drake, we looking at this, and we're like, yo, he's the biggest artist, and then fucking Post Malone, who we ain't even paying attention to, that nigga casually shits on everybody we thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we thinking, yo, Lil Baby, yo, he's crazy. That nigga's on fire. He can't miss. Everything's a hit. Bow, bow, bow. And then Post Malone just be like, you know what? I think the album's ready. Let's just push it out. That shit will double. Shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where is Post Malone posting up at and giving back to the kids? Where he at?
He actually just did a charity stream for Apex Legends.
I was about to say, I was about to clean it up by saying I'm sure he's doing something. I'm just not aware of it.
They raised a lot of money.
Even though I don't like his hip hop opinion, he also comes off like a pretty genuinely nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to Post Malone. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to 21 Savage just because I like the song Rockstar together.
Speaking of 21, I saw recently that he's saying that Atlanta need to put the guns down. And just because people are rapping about this stuff don't mean you actually need to be following it and doing it.
I'm with that because I don't want nobody else getting hurt. Even though there is something to it when I feel like the shit is real. But I think there is a way to do it because clearly even on what you call it on his last joint Savage Mode 2, he lets it be known I'm not in the streets drilling. I make way too much money for that. Ain't nobody doing that shit. But he just knows how to make this shit so fire that you still feel like he's in the streets drilling. Like Running is my shit still. Yeah. It's a beautifully dark ass track. So much I played you when niggas tried to make a drill remix of it, and I like that joint just off the feeling and the sample. Shout out to Metro Boomin and 21 Savage. That's a great tape. Underrated in my opinion. I'm sure he's doing his numbers on the low because, you know, I think 21 Savage is just like, he's one of them niggas, he just casually drops. He has his fan base and it's going to do numbers on the low. He going to be all right. You ain't got to worry about him.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, that's a great tape. That's definitely a great tape. And that's a great take also. Like, stop trying to prove how tough you are. It's cool. I think that's where we fucked up. It's like, niggas is still trying to be gangster and be active rappers. And to make it worse, it's like, niggas will still be active rappers after making actual revenue in their music. That's where it's stupid. I understand if you may have attention, but you ain't getting the money yet, so you still got to do what you got to do, or you still in your environment. Cool, I understand that. I even got to respect it a little bit. But if you are making actual money, like you didn't get this chain from that crack you just sold last week. Like, this came from music. You feel comfortable doing this shit because of music. You're moving around because of music. Stop. Your mans can handle the plug. Like, pass it off to him. Let him do that. Let them niggas stay in the streets. You have an opportunity right here. Please take it.
I agree.
I'm tired of seeing the niggas it's always the niggas we like too. I'm tired of seeing the niggas we like getting killed or locked up. I'm tired of it. Side note though, I heard the Young Thug might be out of jail by Friday.
I ain't heard nothing about that.
It's an alleged thing. I just saw somebody post it, so hopefully it's true because I want him to be free. Even though it'll be funny since he's kind of the head of shit, if he's gonna be out by Friday, but niggas are saying Gunna ain't even getting a trial until 2023. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, free YSL. Shout out to Beyonce. And shout out to Soulja Boy. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna end it off with a topic that's very important to me because it's about the People's Champ. Everybody knows The Rock's biggest fan. So
sure.
The Rock, in his rollout for that new Super Pets movie, he was doing the interview.
Pretty good movie too. I saw it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, I'm gonna end up watching it because The Rock's in it.
And Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's cool too.
Yeah.
So
they definitely make a great pair.
that's why they're always together.
I like those two together. I ain't gonna normal like.
Yeah.
And any movies they done together, like I almost wanted to watch Central Intelligence again, just because. Yeah, but yeah, continue.
So they was doing the interview together in promo for the movie. The interviewer, she asked, "Who is a celebrity you want to be a pet for?" The Rock immediately. She could barely finish the question.
He didn't hesitate at all.
No hesitation. Megan Thee Stallion. That's all he said. So then Kevin Hart is laughing his ass off next to The Rock.
Immediately.
And then in the interview, she was like, you want to explain? He's like, no, we don't got to.
Like,
we got to get into all that. I said what I said. Let's keep it moving. Keep professional. Keep professional.
And I ain't gonna lie, they're very respectful. There's nothing wrong with that. He said what he had to say. If you know, you know. Let's not even dive into it. No problem.
It was the best way to go about it, in my opinion.
Best.
It was nothing but a compliment.
The best way, my nigga.
The streets, they all found it funny.
Yes.
Then eventually, social media gets a hold of it, and then Partisan Fontaine, a name we don't mention very often here, because he's only really known for being Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend. Which, I mean, that's not a bad thing to be known for.
I mean, he got some good music. He had one hit with Cardi B, the Back It Up joint. You may not know it because you're not really a Cardi B fan, so of course you may not.
I mean, I know it by name. Maybe if I heard it, probably.
Here's something that would definitely show how much you wouldn't know. It was really popping in New York clubs.
Oh yeah, man, that means nothing to me.
Because he's from Newburgh, New York, and Cardi B. He used to write for her too.
I mean, yeah, I knew that much about him. I knew he was a former songwriter. Well, probably still a songwriter.
Yeah.
But that's not his claim to fame.
Okay. Yeah. Currently, I'll get it. Currently, yeah, his claim to fame is definitely being Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend.
Which again, it's not an insult.
It's not.
No one hates on that part.
It's just a fact.
Yeah. So anyway, he takes the IG and he said, "All our dogs named after numbers." I still don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Because when he said numbers, he just put like the pound sign, which also means hashtag now, which also means number, with an S on it. So I'm like, does he mean all dogs named after hashtags, pounds, or numbers?
Yeah,
which one is it?
Yeah, I don't know. He said, just teach your wife how to use seasoning.
Yeah, he says, teach your wife to use seasoning. You'll be all right. Moana is the shit, though. The Rock knew his wife is white, so that's why he was coming to her, saying, "Teach your wife to use seasoning."
See, I hate when niggas put me in a position to defend white people. His wife didn't do nothing.
His wife had nothing to do with this.
She was just sitting there being casual, probably, making The Rock's house a home. Just being just fine. She had nothing to do with
She
this.
was
My
over
nigga.
there minding her white ass business, but
Right.
maybe a party was like he mentioned my girl, so I mentioned his wife. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it ain't the same. And some niggas be knowing it ain't the same, nigga. Listen. The little bit of time I've had my wife out here, my wife has told me like, hey, when I went to the bathroom, this man tried to holler at me, but when I told him, because nigga approached her, was like, hey, so that's your little boyfriend? She was like, no, that's my husband. He was like, oh, shoot, whoa. So I guess boyfriend, they didn't respect nothing about the boyfriend, but when it was husband, it was like, oh wait, no, that's God. That's T.I. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to keep that running.
Joke came back again.
I'm keeping that running as long as I can. That shit is hilarious to me, bro. But no, it seems like niggas respect that shit, but I guess not partisan Fontaine. Like,
So then he made another message.
he probably cooks really well too. Like, why we do that there?
He tweeted out, "Of all things to be worried about, y'all think I'm mad at The Rock." He said, "The comment started all our dogs' numbers and ended with Moana is my shit. I deleted it because it seemed like people took it wrong. Thought maybe my joke was in poor taste." So he's saying it was all a joke.
It was in poor taste because when you say just teach your wife how to use seasoning, that sounds a little. And it's also y'all gotta be y'all. We're grown, okay? Y'all know that typing shit and saying shit is two different things. We don't know the context of how you're saying it when it's typed, so it can come off mean.
That, and now you might have ended up putting him in a DJ Envy situation where now it's really not Envy who mad, it's his wife who mad. So now he got to come out and say something publicly, because everybody remember when Jesus and Mero was in there and Envy was like, "Yeah, my wife was real offended by what y'all said." And it was like, "What? For real?"
Yeah, bro.
All right, like.
You know how many times niggas get
That shit happens.
That shit happens. I'm worried about that shit sometimes, bro.
That shit happens.
I be like, yo, my girl, and then that's your woman, so you gotta defend her. You know what I'm saying? Because let's not talk about black women not feeling defended by the black man. So now you really gotta step it up, especially niggas like us that say that we're about what we say we're about.
Yeah, at all times.
You know what I mean? So now you gonna be like, listen, I don't really. But she does. So it was like, bro, like, come on, son, you gotta relax. And he did it very respectfully. He did it in a way that, like, if his wife is probably not upset, why are you upset? He ain't coming for your woman.
Anyway,
your woman is bad, my nigga. I'm sorry. Like, Megan Thee Stallion is a very attractive woman.
Partisan saying it was all a joke, and he since
all a
deleted his message, and he made that tweet saying why he deleted it, because the grease was on his head. I didn't know about it till yesterday when I was just checking my Twitter, doing my thing, and I said, "Why everybody talking about partisan? No, who talks about party?" I was confused. Then I saw The Rock's name was involved. I said, "What? What did he do to People's Champ?"
Right.
All of Twitter was confused. And then once I saw what happened, and I saw nobody was agreeing with party, and everybody was just making jokes about, why are you beefing with the People's Champ?
Yes.
Why you want beef with The Rock?
Nigga, that's The Rock, man. I'm sorry, that's The Rock. Like, you gotta stop. Like, that nigga's PR team, like, that, yo, to come from WWE to where he is now, like, I feel like he does a really good job of keeping his image squeaky clean.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all in effort. You know what I'm saying? He didn't become I don't know if he's still that, but the highest paid male actor at one time. Mm-hmm. You don't, as a black man too, you don't get that way. You gotta keep your shit clean, my nigga.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I'm saying? So don't come for him, my nigga.
Especially as like a large, intimidating black man.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
There's a reason why do you think he want to smile that much? He probably don't, but he has to, because he's already big and muscular, bald headed, you know what I'm saying, deep voice. So he has to be like, what's going on? How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this interview. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, come on, son. So I listen, The Rock mean no harm. It's just take it as a compliment. That's all it is.
Yeah, I ain't seen nothing about any Rock responses yet, but
because The Rock ain't gonna respond to that shit. No. You know what I'm saying?
The only person The Rock responds to in beef is Tyrese.
Apparently.
That shit was funny. That video came circling back around yesterday. I watched that shit like 4 times. What he said?
Only because he's in the movie.
That shit, bro. He said, yeah. I saw Tyrese drop that song off of my trailer. Dropped the album off of my trailer. I listened to it. And it was a bag of dog shit. It was just, he's like, the album was called Black Rose. It should be called Big Black Dog Shit. We all heard it. He's like, they're all laughing because they heard it too. That was shit.
That was the album where he was trying to rap, right? I remember that shit. Niggas was not, the streets was not fucking with that
The
album.
Rock was like, it's one of the worst albums I've ever heard. He said, I feel like you wasted my time with this dog shit. He said, it's not even a hard, solid, weeks old dog shit. It's a fresh, wet dog shit. He was going in. He said it so casually while wearing his suit, looking like he was about to go do some other business. Like,
Bro, because listen, The Rock is a really solid like individual, but I feel like he's also still a nigga at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He gotta get some of that shit out somehow. He's like, yo, Tyrese trying me? All right. Let's deal with this motherfucker.
he used to talk shit about niggas every week on TV.
Yeah.
It wasn't scripted. He would just let him go out there and just start talking shit. He does this. Leave that man alone.
I feel like that's why he's friends with Kevin Hart, because he's like, yo, I could be a nigga around Kevin Hart, but still Kevin Hart understands like, yo, we could be niggas, but like we also have a brand. So let's not get too far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We'll have some fun with it, but we ain't gonna go too far. You know what I'm saying? Because we getting this money. We making money for our kids.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but yeah, shout out to The Rock, man. Shout out to The Rock. And Partisan Fontaine, you gotta relax. You make great music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you still got some more hits in you. You should be bigger than you are. You know what I'm saying? Not just being Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend, but I feel like you're an expert at making music for women. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Without like being corny, without like being like women empowerment. He's that nigga like you might see it on TikTok. If like if you a black girl, do your thing. Like he just casually does that shit because we know we joke about the dead end audience not liking women. He's one of the niggas that really likes women.
Yeah.
Like likes them. Likes to have sex with them, like to have fun with them, but also like may have had a conversation or two with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe has some empathy, understand. Maybe has a sister, a mother, some cousins. Like some of y'all niggas be really blowing minds with this shit. But yeah, like so Partisan Fontaine, yo, relax on The Rock. Please, relax. Like he's not the one to go after, okay? So
that was it.
You better off sending a diss track to Tory Lanez. Like this is just counterproductive.
Probably can't, because it would just stir up more drama for the case. So
I ain't gonna lie, I'm almost worried because we still ain't got no verdict yet, but it just seems like
that's not how cases work. You still have to wait for the actual trial. How do you get a verdict with no trial?
Because I'm keeping up but not keeping up, because I'm not like looking for it, but the information keeps finding me, and it just seems like the things that the evidence that has been provided or the time they do talk about it is like it started out one way, now it's going another way, and I'm just like, I don't know what's up. And I ain't gonna lie, son, I just want to know what happened so I know if I can listen to Tory Lanez again, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss Tory Lanez a little bit.
His music was only getting better, as we've said multiple times on this show.
Better. And I feel like he's really like since he got this, like he's kind of chilled on antics. So like all his antics have just been in making more music,
because the antics
making more videos. Yeah,
there wasn't. Because like the first year he was trying to kill the game with antics, and niggas was like, bro, no. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna just release my music then, because the antics was really hurting my image, because they was.
Yeah, so sometimes like niggas gotta learn to shut the fuck up. I ain't gonna hold you. As two men on a podcast, where all we do is talk, sometimes niggas really gotta learn the best answer is just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Take it from Kobe. When he had them allegations, did he sit there trying to go on no, the niggas said that he had the best year ever. He said he was trying to play for his freedom. You know what I'm saying? Put up and shut up. Not put up or shut up. Put up and shut up. You feel me?
Exactly.
That sounds a lot better than shut up and dribble.
A whole lot better.
It sounds so much better. It's almost the same concept if you could spin it, but it sounds a lot better. But yeah. So, you know. Shout out to Partisan Fontaine. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? It's still beautiful out here. I did see this. I think she
released a new song a little while ago.
And she got a
hated it.
See, I didn't even check it.
Oh, it's
It's
I
produced
like
by-
Megan.
It's produced by Hit Kid, who's the hit producer this time.
What's that song called?
Foot-
Pussylicious or something? Let me look it up.
I don't even know.
Let me double check because I hated it.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to know. Megan makes good music, but this one, this one, I don't even think Sophie didn't even like it.
That's
And,
saying something.
you know, Sophie's biased.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah,
What that shit called?
she started looking pretty, and you know what I'm saying, got a chance. I think she was on P.
Pressurelicious.
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 That didn't even sound like it was gonna be good.
It's not. It's something. It's something in the air right now. The singles that are dropping right now, not it. Because that Division song,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
garbage.
terrible. Hot garbage.
I don't like. What the fuck is this,
Like it's that shit is shit with a callus over it.
bro? No,
That shit is terrible. That shit is like McDonald's nutrition. Like just
we've made better songs than that one.
yes, that shit was crazy, and it was well produced bullshit.
Yeah.
Meaning like there was some. They got Jermaine Dupri. That's not just a regular producer. You don't just you got to have a budget for Jermaine Dupri.
You do.
You probably got to make payments for Jermaine Dupri and give up a percentage of the record.
That song is buns.
Yeah, that shit
They
is
put
not
too
it.
much effort into make buns.
And then to make it worse, like I see Maul in the video, and you don't even see Maul in videos like that. So I was just like, this is where you're gonna appear. This one ain't it. This one ain't it. Yeah, this it. You know what it felt like? If this is almost equivalent without any race involved. This is almost equivalent to like when Daniel Caesar decided to just cape for a white woman when his whole demographic was black women.
Daniel Caesar, I don't know what's up with that man though.
He's trying to make a comeback. I see his
I
name
heard.
here and there, and it seems like quality joints. So I think he finally grew the dreads back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all niggas that grow dreads, if you ugly, keep the dreads. Don't cut that hair, my nigga. Y'all niggas gotta stop doing that shit too. You know what I mean? You need to have the hair to distract from the horrible features on your face. You know what I mean? So we can listen to you sing that good shit. All right? That's where it went wrong. When the nigga tried to cut his hair off and go blonde, that's where the shit went left. You know what I mean? But I think he'll
thought
be
it
back.
was Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean just be doing whatever you want to do at this point.
That's the problem. He thought he could do that too. Can't.
I ain't gonna lie, people still fuck with blonde. I don't, but people just be so desperate for music. I guess they let it slide.
I don't.
I personally don't. I needed drums on that album. Listen, you could do better. You know what I'm saying? Your homie Tyler Creator out here making bangers, making wonderful albums. You could do better. I don't even know if Frank Ocean still want to release music because I feel like he don't release it consistent enough.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about the music
chilling.
no more.
Well, as long as you're a black man prospering, out here making cock rings and shit. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, do your thing, Frank.
Cool. That's gonna do it for hip hop shenanigans. We're gonna
Bow.
get into our actual battle review.
You know what I'm saying? The meat and potatoes of this shit.
This week's battle comes from the most latest Chrome 23 event. I think it was called Ladies and Gents, Ladies versus Gents, something like that.
Sounds accurate.
And we're gonna do Rum Nitty versus Young Gattas.
Bow.
Young Gattas, not recently, but a little while ago, we did her battle versus Jazz the Rapper. Jazz bodied her.
Bodied.
I felt bad for Gattas after a
Very
while.
much.
Rum Nitty, we talk about Rum Nitty almost damn near every other week. So
super consistent. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he just reached a certain level and just hasn't fell off yet.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like he's once his name got into my shit and I got respect for him, he just been clicking ever since.
yeah. I saw he recently did an interview on No Jumper.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Just to
But
see, 'cause
it was hosted by Lush One and Disaster. I didn't see Adam 22 on it, at least not in the thumbnail.
Oh,
I mean, but it's
It comes off-
still on No Jumper, so it's still doing numbers. But
that comes off a little weird to me, but I think also while California is one of the prominent places for the battle rap scene because of like the grind times and shit, I respect it. I'm not mad at it. Give these people, because I don't really hear Lush One and the other guy talk a lot, so give them a chance to have a platform talk. Maybe Adam was busy, You know what I'm saying? But he lent them the studio or whatever. Either way, it's gonna get views, and that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? So, Rum Nitty can tell his story. I'm with it. Cool with it.
Yeah. So the battle.
You probably just didn't know anything about the battle world to really talk about it. So you probably got somebody else to like. Because Adam 22 do be out of touch a little bit.
I don't know nothing about the man. I don't watch No Jumper, so I only see him in clips. So I don't try to speak on people I don't know much about. I do know, don't the nigga do porn too or something?
Yeah, I was almost about to try to avoid talking about that, but I feel like he's really just more into that because it's making him a lot of money. Is like the OnlyFans shit.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't popping for a lot of y'all, but for some people that got the fan base already, they still clicking. So and he got his girl, that he can fuck other chicks with or whatever. So he really be more into that. So like even you could tell when sometimes he's interviewing people, he either kind of sounds out of touch or like he's just sometimes it almost be sounding forced a little. But white men sounding awkward talking to a rapper is kind of like also normal. So it's like it's just accepted. But he probably just didn't know anything about the battle rap world. He's like, if I conduct this interview, I'm probably not gonna have too much to work with. So leave it to somebody else. Which I'm not mad at that. We're trying to make the best content possible. So at least niggas are smart enough to know to get out their own way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So the battle
body.
This event, it seemed like there was obviously a crowd. They were performing on the stage. I'm not sure where this event was at.
Remy Ma was looking like a queen as usual.
Yeah. Fat Joe was there.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Joe. Love Fat Joe.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie J2. He was in the background wearing all green.
For sure. Shout out to J2 also.
Yeah. The culture seems to fuck with J2, which I think is cool. Like I be seeing him.
I like that.
Like he be out and about in at events. Everybody seem to be cool with J2. It don't be no weird shit. Like everybody just respect that nigga, which I think is dope.
We just know that we ain't gonna see Boozy Badass in no J2 events.
Nah, never.
Ever.
Nah.
You know what I mean? But yeah.
Anyway, battle starts off. Gattas goes first. Gattas, her round started off decent. She had a couple light bars. But the problem is the crowd wasn't caring.
They did not react. They was whoop. And what made it worse is like I'll say it. Her first round was mid, but while being mid, she will slip in a like dope ass bar here and there. It's sprinkled in there. It's not a lot, but like it's like surrounded by a bunch of minutes, and it'll be some like, oh shit, she just said that. That was kind of hard. And even when she got to the hard shit, nothing.
She only started picking up a little bit of steam when she got like the crypto NFT scheme that she did towards the end of the round.
Yeah.
But even that wasn't getting people's attention for real. They really clearly just came to see Rum Nitty.
Oh, because when he went,
it was a different crowd.
I said, yo, yeah. They just came to see Rum, and that nigga was casually cooking, my nigga. Like
I felt like he wasn't trying.
He must not,
because these was throwaway bars for Rum Nitty, in my opinion.
He was walking around. I feel like he was like on autopilot saying the bars. Like he wasn't even focusing that much. Like he was just, bro.
Because like his first round, in my opinion, like the first half of his first round was like throwaway bars and shit that he would say to anybody. But then like the last half, he actually started saying some shit.
I was saying, but it was like fire throwaways too.
Yeah,
that's
it was. No, none of it was whack.
It was fire throwaways.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You have fire throwaways, my nigga. God damn.
Yeah. So that was the first round. That's what it was obvious that Gattas wasn't going to win. Let's be honest. We knew after the first, his battle was over. But luckily, the battle was only like 25 minutes. So it wasn't that long to sit through.
Yeah.
So Gattas went again for her second round. And her second round, she tried to do something different. She said, I'm going to real talk this nigga. So she started talking about him being in a gang and him how he need to be a real nigga and leave the streets alone, all that shit, but how he need to be a good dad, you know, and how his influence and all that. And
the crowd wasn't with it. It was like, hey, cut all that positive shit out, my nigga. You don't got a dick, my nigga. Don't tell me how to be a man, my nigga.
It's hard to real talk a nigga in a room full of people that clearly agree with him.
Nigga said first thing first. I'm the realest, nigga. What you mean?
Nobody. I guess I don't think her round was bad.
Yeah.
It's just like the first. Nobody cared.
Nobody wanted to hear that raise my son shit, nigga. With these gun bars, nigga. What that pistol do, my nigga?
So then,
Fuck my kids, nigga.
Rum Nitty started talking. He had some mic issues because it sounded like he tried to do a rebuttal, but the mic didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
So he just kept going. But the rebuttal didn't sound like it was gonna be that crazy. No way.
Yeah.
Then
Like I said, he wasn't really stressing his battle.
He was not.
It was such a casual kill, my nigga. Like, that's what kills me.
He came out in the second. I don't even remember none of the bars in the second. The second would probably the second seemed like it was like his lightest round.
Yeah.
He was just up there saying shit.
Yeah, but and then them shits would hit. Them shits would hit the crowd, man. The crowd would love it. And then the third round for Gattas. Now I'll give her some credit. This one I liked her third round.
Her third was good.
Her third round was good.
And she was finally getting some reaction.
Yes. That's what got me because I was like, yo, she can't end her shit with step your bars up. And I'm like, you're mid. Like, you are so mid today. And you telling us that, I'm like, it's like he listened to you. It's like he is. He's stepping his bars up. You need to follow your own advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mid as shit.
She started finally getting a reaction. She's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, she's like, nah, not the third. Fuck y'all.
That shit was funny to me.
That shit was hilarious. And then Rum goes, casually killing again, murking everything. To the point, I knew he wasn't finished. But I forgot what bar he said. It was some kind of hard ass bar he said.
Oh, his final bar. Oh, it was talking about butt plugs.
Yeah, it was like
no, it was anal beads.
Around going your ass like an anal bead or some shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, good night. It didn't even feel like it was his last bar. He was like, you know what? I don't need to say no more. Good night.
Yeah.
Good night. And then Gattas come in. Why are you playing with anal beads?
Why she all in that man's business?
Bro, that shit was wild. Oh no. And he said, yo, I'll make this pussy shoot anywhere like an anal plug or some shit. Oh no, like vibrating panties. I forgot that bar was fire. That bar was fire. I fucked it up, but y'all make sure.
Yeah, he said something like it come in handy too, like it was part of the bar.
Yeah. This bitch coming anywhere like vibrating panties. That shit was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, Rum Nitty casually killing niggas. Gattas.
She was trying.
She was mid as shit. She was mid as shit. Now I feel like she did deserve more reaction than she got because, like I said, she'll have a dope ass bar sprinkled in her rounds. We may get like only 3 of them bitches per round, but it'll be there. And it did deserve some reaction, but it would get none. So I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. But she
tried.
It was a gentlemanwoman. It was a gentle 30. It was a gentle 30.
Yeah, gentle 30.
You know what I mean? But yeah, good night. That shit was so. He knew, like it was like him trying to be like, yo, I was like, I know I got this, but like I also still want to be a little humble. But like everybody knows I got. Remy, no, I got J2. No, I got. Yo, niggas know I got this. All right, like that shit was crazy. But yeah, like. Yeah, Rum Nitty definitely got that shit. But shout out to Gattas, you know what I'm saying? She got through her rounds. That counts for something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And her third was pretty decent. I wasn't mad at her third.
Yeah, I agree. Her third was her best round.
Let's get into this score.
Crowd control.
So Gattas, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to make a last second change right now. I almost gave her a 3, but you know what? 2.
I gave her a 2 also.
Gotta be a 2. I was trying to be nice. It's a fucking 2.
I give her a 2, bro. Because she was trying. If she wouldn't start to get a couple reactions in the third, she'd been sitting on a 1.
Yeah. Cause she, I ain't gonna lie. She might have been the least reacting person we ever battled. Like they was not fucking with her at all. Boy.
At least they wasn't booing.
Yeah, at least it was. That might have been the only thing that could have made the score go lower is if they started booing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If they would have booed, I would have been like, you left me no choice.
Yeah, you gotta get a 1. Unless we starting to do zeros around here. But Nitty, I gave him a 5. The crowd was fucking with him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was a casual killing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's such a clear difference in who they were fucking with. You know, it almost felt like when Gattas was going, it felt like they didn't belong in a battle rap event. It seemed like they weren't even a battle rap crowd until he went.
Yeah, that's really what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like you right about that.
Yeah, so I gave Nitty a 5.
Okay, I gave Gattas, as I told you, give her a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Nitty a 4.
I'm not mad at that.
I gave him a 4 because the crowd was fucking with him clearly, but again, he wasn't crowd surfing and people wasn't like hanging on the every word. It seemed like, but it was still clear difference.
The clear difference was crazy.
So yeah, I gave him a 4. Delivery.
So delivery, I gave Gattas a 3. The delivery's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? Almost gave it a 2 though, because I feel like while she was still sticking to her shit, like it's hard to be aggressive when you feel like the crowd's clearly not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But you know, she was giving her best. Nitty, I gave him a 4 because, you know, even him casually trying, you know what I'm saying, he still was, them shits was still punching, he was doing what he had to do. But it definitely wasn't no 5 because I could clearly see he wasn't concerned with it. But even not being concerned with it, he was still, he was casually cooking, my nigga. Like, again, it's a casual kill, my nigga. Like, I don't know what else to call it.
I gave Gattas a 3 and I gave Nitty a 4.
Haymakers. I gave Gattas a 3, and that's mainly because of the third. And I'm like, I didn't want to give her a 2, but I gave her a 3 because of that third round. She would have got a 2 if it was for the first 2, because she would say some shit. It would just be sprinkled in there, seldomly. It was basically Cocoa Puffs in a Kits box. You know what I'm saying? In a box of kicks. You know what I mean? It was black people in a Kanye concert for those that are fans of a Donald Glover stand up. You know what I mean? Nitty, I gave him a 4. The bars was there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely wasn't his best work. I don't think he was even trying to make it his best work.
Nah.
But it was, you know, casual killing. You know what I mean? What you got?
All right. So for Gattas, I gave her a 2. For Nitty, I gave him a 4.
Not mad at that.
Had to keep it simple.
Zone, I'll give some respect to Gattas on the zone. I gave her a 4 because she didn't really let the lack of participation or lack of reaction like throw her off too much. Like she still got through her shit. You know what I'm saying? Had a little like stutters, but like not enough that it threw things off. You know what I'm saying? But she got through her shit without letting the crowd's lack of reaction affect her. You know
because she had like a slight stumble, but she just picked it right back up. So like it really wasn't enough to worry about. But niggas was trying to react, but she just kept rapping through it to get past it.
That's how you handle that shit. Don't let them niggas get you off your square. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for Nitty, I gave him a 5. That nigga was comfortable up there, wasn't even into it, and still was comfortable. Good night. Like he was like, what more do I need to? How much better do I need to be? Too hard. Too cold. Too cold.
Too cold.
Too cold.
I gave Gattas a 4 and I gave Nitty a 5. So Gattas, she got an 11. Nitty got a 17.
I gave Gattas a 12 and Nitty got an 18. You know what I mean? Good battle on Nitty's side. You know what I'm saying? Good bars on Nitty's side. Good trying on Gattas' side.
You had to separate it like that.
Because this was not even at all. This is a clear destruction. And it just bothered me because you would end her shit, step your bars up. Excuse me? Excuse me? Who are you talking to? Like, but yeah, I'm cool on Gattas. Gattas is alright.
So you said that we can't watch no more Gattas battles for a while.
I ain't gonna say that, but she got one more. She got one more, and I'm gonna be cool on her. Because at this point, I'm almost wondering why she judged that one battle. She should have been in the shit. Like she should be going against Kid Slade, not judging his bars. You know what I'm saying? But I guess she might have did her thing against the women on the women's side of things. You know what I'm
Hopefully.
saying?
But then, do we know that? Because remember, we watched her battle Jazz, and Jazz bodied her.
I'll give her a pass with Jazz because while Jazz is not at the level she used to be, or at least
she's not as active as she used to be.
Yeah, she's not as active, but she was almost in my opinion, at one time Jazz was clearly the best
Yeah.
Female battle rapper in the whole thing. Clearly. You know what I'm saying? And that only got smudged by when she went against Official.
That's it.
Which is why Official is respected, because Official is literally respected for. I don't think I knew about Official beforehand, but her Official got her recognition from, the damage she did to Jazz.
That's it.
And Jazz being smart, they clicked up.
The
So
Kardashians was born.
Yeah, so now that's the best in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I won't give it, because that's like me seeing somebody go against Geechee Gotti or going against New Jersey Twerk when he's at his best and judging off that. It's you rocking with the best, so it's like I can't really judge you off of that.
I mean, True Foe got a whole lot more respect out here for beating Geechee in the first round of Ultimate Madness.
For sure, so that's almost like the same thing. It's like an official story, even though we know about True Foe, but True Foe, I never saw True Foe as like that level until he got that shot. He knew what that shot meant, and he put in the work to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if some people may disagree. I'm pretty sure if I watched the battle, I may disagree. But if you do enough to win, then, hey, respect to you, man.
Yeah.
Respect to you. Because Geechee Gotti ain't no slouch.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Also, another casual killer out here, because like Geechee Gotti he been getting money. He's good. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stressing shit, but he will casually kill your ass too.
Yeah.
Unless you're Casey. Like, that nigga was angry with Casey, boy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch the battles from that Ouroboros event, that Grind Time event, because he just battled Disaster over there. That's where the clip is from. Geechee.
Okay. That'll be interesting.
And A-Ward battled somebody. I forget who it was. A-Ward was on the card. So yeah, it was a good card.
I'll check that. Yeah. I ain't seen the Disaster battle in a minute, so I wonder what he sounds like now.
The same.
Well, that could be good and that could be bad, because technically you could say Charlie Clips probably sounds the same, but just improved. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see if his shit aged well. Some people believe that the golden age of battle rap was back then. Like my man's from Twitter. I forget your name, but I very much disagree with you.
Yeah, that's the homie.
I totally disagree with
Pro
you.
Flash.
Yeah,
he just be saying shit sometimes.
He just be saying shit. I'm like, these bars we tried. We went back, and I'm like, this shit is not hitting. We really thought this shit was fire, my nigga.
You ain't know better.
Bro, like, niggas used to cape for Murder Mook. I cape for Murder Mook. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna be mad at some of his later battles, because him going against Loaded Lux, he did that. You know what I'm saying? Although he did that, but him going against Serious Jones, that shit was ass. And I thought that shit was so far. I have it memorized. I watched it that many times. I have this shit's almost memorized, and I really thought them niggas was saying some fire shit. Then I watched it again. I was like, really? This shit really moved me? Like, I thought that was so fucking fire, my nigga. You say, Side God did the P's, I'ma do the F's. Like, that shit was not kicking, my nigga. That shit was, yeah. Anyway. And he was so cocky, man. Oh my God. That nigga was so cocky.
So
it was a different time, man.
Yeah. Artist of the week.
Artist of the week, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to Chris Brown. Working on my beats, I've been trying to get a little more in the pop lane, the R&B lane. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make hits around here. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. And you know who makes hits? Brisk Breezy.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll give that to Chris Brown and to Fabulous. You know what I'm saying? I've been checking Fabulous catalog. I was on the Odd Friday, so I had to dive into the Fabulous catalog a little bit. And
how many times did you play Trade It All for a battle to get yourself motivated?
I was sitting there, I had my boxing gloves on with my shirt off, and I was shadow boxing, playing Trade It All, especially Into You. That was real aggressive, you know what I'm saying, for me. Just doing what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And then, sometimes what make me better, listen, that was my Rocky song. I ran upstairs with those shits. You feel me? Real rap raw around here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll say Chris Brown and Fabulous.
Okay.
Those are my people.
My artist of the week. Shout out to the homie NBA YoungBoy. Last Sly Meadow just dropped. That's my artist of the week. YoungBoy back out here in the streets. Yeah. But I can tell you right now, I'm finna get caught up on this new Doughboy. Because
I definitely got that Doughboy on deck.
I got it downloaded. I ain't listened to it yet, and I'm probably gonna listen to it today. And I'm telling y'all right now.
Hold on, I gotta address something too, cause I was mad he didn't put on the tape, but he has a song with Bobby Shmurda. Somebody talked about Bobby Shmurda. Well, Bobby Shmurda is gonna be probably making a lot more party raps. This is actually Bobby Shmurda on like an aggressive beat. I just got mad when Doughboy said, "These Crips is my slimes, they my clats." I was like, nigga, did he make a new word? And he said it so aggressive. He made a new fucking word, nigga. So my Crip slimes, those are my clats.
I don't like it.
I laughed so hard when I heard that shit.
I don't like it.
I'm gonna send you that song so you can just hear that shit, because they just literally in the studio wilding, like, especially Bobby Shmurda's wild ass, like, niggas is, yo, I've never seen a nigga crowd surf in the studio, but Bobby Shmurda was doing that shit. Niggas holding him up, he's like, yeah. But nigga Doughboys and the nigga, yo.
They're my clats?
They're my clats. They're my Crip slimes. They're my clats.
I don't like it.
He said it so hard. That shit is so fucking crazy, bro. But yeah, shout out to Doughboy, bro. Doughboy, another nigga. I'm just glad he's making raps, because I feel like that nigga. I feel like that was one of the niggas that loved the streets.
Yeah, you
like,
could tell.
That was one of the niggas, like, if that shit wasn't making money, or if he wasn't next to Future or somebody that could be like, yo, I understand. The streets is the streets, but stay in the studio. Like, if he ain't have a nigga like that next to him, he would have just been another story, my nigga. Because that nigga too tough. And he a short nigga, you know what I'm saying? Short, stocky nigga, so I'm sure he had the Napoleon syndrome and shit. No, Napoleon complex, not syndrome.
That's the word.
You know what I'm saying? But we fuck with Doughboy. Doughboy, he's only getting better, being more consistent, getting more jewelry, making more joints. He's gonna make more hits. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna catch one that like really goes up there, and then, you know, it's gonna be crazy. And you know I fuck with him because he's one of the niggas. Even though he's from Cleveland, he always shows respect to GS9. He has multiple like Shmurda songs, like he did a random one on his own, and then I guess Roddy came out and they got cool, and he did. Oh, they did. I'm free the Shmurdas, and now he got one with Bobby. He was like, they done free the Shmurdas. So you know what I mean? But shout out to Doughboy. This is one podcast that fucks with Doughboy.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got our list of people that we support. You already know ESTG, T Grizzly.
Yep.
Doughboy's on that list also.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And even shout out to Young Boy for trolling Lil Durk on one of them joints too. He did on a video for the merch. I was like, damn.
Young Boy funny.
It is what it is, man.
Well, we've reached a part of the show where you tell the people how to find you on your multiple social media outlets. So I'm gonna give you what you need, about 4 minutes to run down the list.
I gotta run through all of them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my clats. You know,
don't say that.
It's such a mixture of letters.
I don't like
my clats. That's what makes it so much worse. In the song, he says it so hard.
Yeah,
it's not even casual. It's like, they're my clats. No, he said, shout out to my Crip slimes. They're my clats. Like, he almost says it off beat. Like, it's like he meant that shit.
I don't like nothing about that.
That shit. If I hear niggas start saying that shit, that's gonna be crazy.
Don't.
But yeah, you can find me at SayQuanondabeat. That's Saquon on the beat. You can find me on my Instagram because the niggas got my old shit. It's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? They done got my old shit. It happens. But you can find me on other platforms at SayQuand. I'm sometimes on Twitter, never on Facebook. I'll be on TikTok a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Show my videos some love. You know what I mean? I uploaded today the round 1 of our battle. You know what I'm saying? It was on the Hold It Down joint. I just put on my joint so we can get some more views. I could tell them, I guess round 2 is coming soon.
Yep, today.
You know what I'm saying? Coming real soon. So,
as of this recording, it's coming out today.
Yeah. So, you know, we doing our thing, and, you know, we'll you know, depending on how the views go, we'll keep this going. You know what I'm saying? I already got round 3 ready. You know what I'm saying? He writes pretty fast, you know, 'cause it don't take him much to insult me
at all.
So you know, it's very few things he's passionate about. But if there's one thing that he can show up and step up to the plate if ever needed. If you're insulting me, he's with it. You know what I'm saying? What are friends for? But yeah. So yeah, that's where y'all can find me at. Where can you find you at?
If you want to talk to me on my plethora of social media outlets that are luckily the same
name.
You can hit me up at Not Bloodbath. That's NOTBODBTH. You know, I'm put it on the screen like I always do. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter, bro. I talk the hip hop, the video games, the battle rap, obviously. I'm also into tech, so I talk coding and whatnot. Yeah, that's me.
All kind of things. Well-rounded individual right there. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
All kind of things. But yeah, I think that will conclude this episode.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this has been the Hold It Down Podcast. You know what I'm saying? We do what we do. Appreciate you being around this long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
If you made it this long, make sure you like the video. It's kind of like, you know, attendance. Just make sure you was here.
And make sure you comment, you know what I'm saying? Give a little subscription of talk about something that happened in the video. You know what I mean?
And then also remember to tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember to South Hold It Down.
I was definitely setting up for you to say subscribe.
Yo, you was?
Yes, and then you were going to go into the tell a friend.
That's crazy.
But it's all right, though.